JDM side markers on the Del Sol. Let's do it. Yo, 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 yo. It's Sunday. It's nice out. Yesterday was cold as shit. Nice again today, so that's dope. I've had these for a super long time. Like a couple years now. Just haven't got around to wanting to cut them into my Del Sol. But today's the day. I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. So that's dope. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go to OldSols.com. You're gonna go to the shop. You're gonna go to the manuals. You're gonna click on this. CRX Del Sol JDM Euro side marker template. Okay? Click. Check out. And boom, you're gonna get one of these. Print this guy out. This is what you need to put your side markers on. Then what you're gonna do, you're gonna cut the holes out, just like this. I just used an X-Acto. It's way easier than scissors, but you can see there's the little ring around here, and then there's the indent. This is what you gotta cut out on your fenders. And it's so sketchy, but I've seen a lot of people do it using this template, and that's how it's got to be done. So I know it's possible. I've never done it, but we're gonna walk through it today. Let me show you here. So you can see on the bottom, there's one side that like holds the side marker into place, and then you have your other side, which is a little tab or a metal, I don't know what you call this, hook or fucking something, I don't know. But that hook right here goes on this side depending on which side marker you're installing on your Del Sol. And I'll show you how this looks. So if you take this and you put it through here, you'll see that the circle dotted lines on the outside, you can see right there, they line up perfectly with that side marker. You can see this is what the back side of those guys look like. Sorry, it's kind of hard to hold a piece of paper, but they fit in perfectly right there. And you can see on this side, this tab on the opposite side of that metal hook is going to hold your side marker right into the fender there. And then you have to press this in to get your side marker in and out. But that's how those work. And then let me get my other one through here. This is going to be hard to hold because it's only a sheet of paper. But see, they both line up in those little tiny holes. 1 and 2. So that template is what you're gonna use, folks. So I'm still being a chicken shit here. I really need to cut them into my Del Sol, but I'm not gonna fucking do it yet because I gotta make sure I do it right and I know how to do it like 100% before I cut them into mine, because I don't have an extra set of nice ones, and these are all painted up and in the color of my car. But I've got a shitty extra Del Sol fender. See, it's all fucking nasty and beat up, and so what I did is I spray painted this one white just because it's going to be easy to see the template once I trace it on there. Like, it'll be nice and easy to see, like, yo, this is where it's supposed to go. And it wasn't, it was red, so it would have been hard to see, like, where it actually is. But this is just for all the purposes, we're using this fender. And we're gonna try it out. So, we're doing this at the same time, boys. All right, so as with everything here on the OldSols channel, it is a community. It's a community project here, boys. So we have this, okay? But we don't know where exactly this goes, okay? Like where it goes on the fender. But from other people who have these OEM on their Del Sol, we have measurements. So we're gonna know exactly where this hole's gotta go on the fender. So I'm gonna look at these and we're gonna mark exactly on the fender where that hole's gotta go. All right, so what I can tell is it looks like from the bottom of the fender down here to where it goes, it is gonna be 12¼ inches. So from the bottom of the fender, I'm gonna do 12¼ inches. And that's where I'm gonna mark my first one. So 1/2 and then 1/4. So 12¼ All right, so once you've measured the up distance from the bottom of your fender there at 12¼ it looks like it is 3/4 of an inch from the side, and that's it. Like, it's not very far at all, guys. So you're gonna measure that too at 3/4 of an inch and just make some marks like all the way down, and that's gonna be your measurement line from how far it is from the side of the fender. And you're just gonna measure all the way down from all those spots. So you should have a cross of here and here. And we're just gonna draw lines down there. And then we're gonna take this tape and we're gonna mark that off, like exactly where that should go. And then we're gonna line, you know, so your cross section is somewhere in here. We're gonna line this up with where those holes go. And like, boom, that's exactly where the side marker should be in relation to your fender area there, because you don't want to put your side marker like way the fuck up here, because everyone's gonna be like, dog, you messed that up. You don't want to put it like way down here because it's gonna be way too low. So that's why we're doing those measurements, and it's gonna go like right in there. All right, so hopefully you guys can see this. I know it's hard, I'm sorry, but I've got these marks on here, and just gonna use this tape. We're gonna fucking tape this bitch off. Just like that. Same goes for the other side. Just fucking tape it. Just like that. So you should have a nice little corner there where that guy's gonna go. It's gonna live. You're gonna put that guy right, see how your tape's right there. You're just gonna line that corner up like that. And you're just gonna trace around there. You might want to tape this on too, just so it doesn't move when you're tracing it. You know what I mean? All right, this might be kind of hard to see, but you're gonna see the Stanley and then the serial numbers, and you're gonna want to make sure, it's so hard to see on this, just make sure that the like imprint on the side marker is at the bottom, because if you have it up top, it'll be upside down, and that's the way you don't want it to be. So that's how you're gonna know which cutout, like which way this is gonna go in here, is if these letters are upside down or not. So just make sure they're not upside down, and that's the way this little like clip's gonna go into the fender. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and mark this because it's the way that I want it. Okay, when you peel it off, that's where your side marker is gonna go. So let me get this up here and camera adjusted. All good? Boom. That's where your Del Sol side marker should be. Right at the corner of our 12 1/4 and from the bottom. 12 1/4, and then 3 1/4 inch over, like right there. Honestly, what I would say here is if you get it close to that, nobody's gonna fucking know, guys. Like, it's gonna be super gnat's ass close that unless there's a JDM car or European import right next to you, like, it's gonna be right where you want it. So just get it somewhere close to that, and I think you guys are gonna be fine. All right, so to cut this fender, I'm gonna be using my Dremel and a Dremel reinforced cutting wheel. So not sure if that's what you're supposed to use, but that's what I'm gonna use. And also, here's like a little tip from everyone that I've talked to that has cut these in before, is when you go to cut this hole, this is really important, most important part. Don't cut out the exact line you made to start. Cut a little bit in from these lines, and if you have to, you can cut more or shave more off. So you don't want to cut it too large, because if you cut it too large, you're gonna, one, fuck up your fender, you're gonna have a giant hole in it, and this isn't gonna sit in there. So start smaller. But this is still your line, and it should work. Just cut it smaller and work your way out as you cut. Like, that's the only thing that I got for you, is probably the most important part of this whole vlog, other than the placement. Number 2 most important part. But that's what you guys should do, is start smaller, don't cut the whole thing, and if you have to, you can start shaving off more and more little tiny parts. Okay, so this is what I mean by like cutting not the outside of where you actually traced. Start by just making some lines on the inside and just cut that out first, and then work your way out from each corner until you get exactly like where you want it and it fits in perfect. But just don't cut it too big, like I reiterated before. All right, so I got my initial cut here. Probably gonna be real fucking hot, careful, woo. All right, look. We just successfully cut our Del Sol fender. How do you guys feel? Kind of crazy. So, all right, now we got a good starting point. Now we just gotta keep working our way towards the edge, and we're gonna see where this side marker fits in here. we're almost there. So I've got the one side clipped in towards the door, and then towards the wheel well, it's gonna be hard to see, but I'm just getting a little caught up on those little indentation marks. So we're almost there, but this is what I meant by like, don't overcut and just keep trimming away. So like I'm so close and it'll almost go in, but I just gotta do a little bit of trimming and we'll get that bad boy in there, so. All right, so yeah, all I'm getting caught up on is this little corner right here and then this little corner. And I think I'm just gonna file a little bit off at a time until I'm not catching, but not like just doing a diagonal line straight, because I don't wanna do that. You still want these corners to catch the corners here and here. So like you can't take any more off here and here. It's all gotta be inside here on these little nubs. Hello, Mabels. Look at that. We did it. It's on. Nice. Let me flip this around, show you guys. This is my extra fender, so it's all fucked up, but yeah, look. It's in. Catches right there. And that's caught right in that little groove that we made. See, look at that. This got all fucked. Back to what we're doing. This though. It's in. Dope. Look at that, we did it. All right, well, shit. I got all worked up for nothing. For reals. That's so easy peasy. Especially if you just don't overcut. You do the measurements. I'll have everything down in the links below. I'm gonna update the PDF on the website to a new download. I'm gonna put the measurements from here and then from here on that, so you guys will see that on the PDF. And you just cut it in there, guys. I mean, yeah, it literally can't be any easier. Like, I was just chicken, and I should have cut it into that, because now I gotta do it again. But I don't know. I always like to practice on other stuff if you can first, just to know what you're fucking doing. Because like, I can't get a new one of those and I'd have to repaint it, and it's just way more costly if I fuck that up as opposed to fucking this up. So, let's see. I think in conclusion, what I would say is if you have an extra Del Sol fender like I do, practice on it first. That's probably the best way. Or on another sheet of metal, something similar to this, just practice on it. That would probably be good, just so you can kind of get a feel for the tool and the Dremel itself, if that's what you're going to use, and kind of how the metal reacts and how your drill bit reacts to the metal. And then just don't overcut, and you're right there. Like, it's super easy. I don't know, but I'm super pumped that I made this for everybody. I think it'll be really helpful, and don't be scared. Like, it's scary cutting in to your Del Sol, but as long as you don't overcut it, there's no fucking issues, guys. And yeah, those are gonna look awesome when I get them on my Del Sol. So that's pretty dope. The other thing is, your guys are probably gonna be orange if you get some. I just used VHT Nightshades Red because my taillights are red and my side marker reflectors on the front bumper are red as well. So I just kind of wanted everything to match and be red. But yeah, That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope, guys. Hope you have a good Sunday. I liked working on that because now I know how to do it, and that's dope. Super pumped. All right. Till next time, that was vlog 99. We have an Old Souls meet next weekend, next Saturday in Omaha, Nebraska, Gretna, Nebraska. It's the same thing, just outside of Omaha. But I hope to see you guys there. That'll be vlog number 100. Can't believe it. After that, we'll go from there. But thanks for watching. Hope it helps. It's easy. And hit me up if you have any questions. Peace.